G'day tech heads, David here. Nothing is real and everything you know is a lie. Welcome to Geek Bite. Look around you. Feel your phone with its cracked screen. Look at your shoes with that little bit of persistent dog shit on the sole that just won't go away. Smell your cat that you swear you washed yesterday, but it smells like it's been rolling in piss all day. It all seems so real, doesn't it? Well, what if I were to tell you the whole universe's existence is just a simulation? What if I told you that the Earth was one big game, a poorly designed game, with no instruction booklet and unfair advantages and disadvantages given to certain players depending on the area that they spawn in? Haha, yes! Born to a rich family. Now let me just preface this video with the following. Over the course of this video, no matter how convinced you become that you're in a simulation, please do not kill yourself, hoping that you'll just respawn back at the nearest hospital. It probably won't happen. Gaming and computing has come a long way since the old classic game of Pong, created just over 40 years ago. Boop. 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 Riveting! Hashtag bring back the Pong. The capabilities of gaming and simulated worlds in particular just keeps growing. Every year there are new titles with newer, more realistic graphics, and the computing power that runs these games also gets better and better every single year. Though, given this seemingly exponential growth, where does it end? What does the future have in store for us? Well, there's this guy called Nick Bostrom from the Future of Humanity Institute at Oxford, who's taken this daunting question and argued something called the simulation argument, which discusses three main possibilities for the future of humanity. Option 1. Humans go extinct. Whether it be nuclear bombs, a virus, global warming, or the internet going down for a day and causing everybody on Earth to freak the f*** out and go on a murderous rampage, it's possible that humans are fated to simply die out. Option 2. Humans continue progressing with our technology, but we just lose interest in creating larger and larger simulated environments. And finally, the most interesting option, Option 3. We continue progressing with developing better and better technology to build bigger and more complex simulations until we get to a point where we can accurately simulate life. Elon Musk recently covered Nick Bostrom's idea in his interview at Code 2016. As Elon explained, we're clearly on a trajectory to create games that are indistinguishable from reality. Whether it be in the next 1,000 or 10,000 years, if humanity doesn't get wiped out, then it's likely that there will be billions of these types of games in the future. So it logically follows that there is a 1 in billions chance that we are the ones living in base reality. Rick and Morty covered this one a little bit in the second episode of Season 2. Morty is thrown into a simulation of an entire life from start to finish. He lives his entire life as a guy named Roy in a simulation. Then when he dies in the simulation, he wakes up back in his real life with only a few minutes having passed.
Whoa, where am I?
55 years. Not bad, Morty. You kind of wasted your 30s though with that whole bird watching phase.
Who knows? You might not really be Alex. You might just be living a simulated life of a person called Alex. Wake up, Alex. Wake up, Alex. Wake up, Alex. You're in a simulation, Alex. You're in a simulation, Alex. Now that I've freaked the shit out of all the Alexes watching this, let's take a quick breather and look at some cute dogs before we get into this next part, because this is about to get intense. Dogs. Dogs that are probably all just a figment of the simulation. Oh man. In addition to this, theoretically, with our growing understanding of the particles that make up our universe, it might be possible in the distant future to create a computer program that uses the rules of quantum mechanics to create a true simulation of the Big Bang. As Kurzgesagt discusses in their video titled What is Something, if we stick to the theory of quantum mechanics, as far as we can currently tell, the universe is made up of 17 different types of particles, each with their own rules. Then, out of these rules, the interactions between particles make up the vast complexities of our universe. This year, Neil deGrasse Tyson hosted a debate on this very topic. This was just one of the many interesting ideas that were discussed, but more importantly, old wise black man wearing sunglasses inside and telling us how the universe could be a computer simulation? Holy shit. It's Morpheus. Matrix confirmed. So you might ask, well, what's the point of running a simulation of our entire universe? Well, it could be a game perhaps. Or maybe it's a movie. Maybe the simulation was created solely for the creator's passive amusement. I mean, if you thought watching people react to videos on YouTube is strange, imagine the concept of someone watching you watch someone watch a React video. That's some React Inception shit right there. Look out, Fine Brothers, there's a new React channel in town.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm getting nauseous just watching this.
But if we look at it from a more practical standpoint, it's more likely that if our universe is simulated, it could just be an experiment designed to help other beings learn more about their own universe. But even if this were true, could we ever actually know for sure whether we're in a simulation? The crazy thing is, if this is a simulation, even the beings running our simulation couldn't know for sure if they themselves are a simulation also. Of course, you can't discuss this topic without drawing some similarities to the argument for God. And as any annoying philosopher will tell you, we can't ever be 100% sure that some all-powerful, omnipresent being doesn't control our universe. We also can't ever be certain that we're not in a simulation. It doesn't matter how much we discover about our universe, we could always argue that everything is simulated. We find some irrefutable evidence that we're not a simulation? Well, that's all part of the simulation, a philosopher would say. Though that type of arguing doesn't really get us anywhere. It's a logical fallacy referred to as moving the goalposts, or to put it without all the fancy words, philosophers, stop being dicks. However, I will say that if this is a simulation, then congratulations to the beings that created it. I'm very impressed. We've got a long way to go to come close to your computing expertise. Hell, I can't even use Adobe Premiere Pro for half an hour without it having an error and I can't even imagine how many gigabytes of RAM the universe must need to run this smoothly. So what do you guys think? Are we in fact stuck in a simulation? Would you actually care if we were? Or would you be more like Cypher in the Matrix, totally content with knowing it's all a simulation because you're happy with life the way it is and ignorance is bliss? Plus, bonus question, what does your cat smell like? Subscribe to Geekbyte and share your thoughts in the comment section below.